Hello, and welcome to 𝗹𝗶𝘃, where we delve into spooky stories and crazy Reddit stories. You're not going to get me again. I'm 𝗹𝗶. This is the Great Catsby. You can follow her on Twitch at the Great Catsby. We thank you for checking in with us here at the 𝗹𝗶𝘃, and we hope you enjoy your stay. We will get to some spooky stories in a moment. First, I'd like to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel. We have 22 subscribers as of us recording this, so thank you to the 22 fucking morons who think this is entertaining. But I appreciate you, so thank you. This will be episode 11. So we are once again going to be reading from the CreepCast Submissions Reddit page. So we've got 2 fun stories, and then we've got, what is it, an Am I the Asshole?
Am I overreacting?
And Am I Overreacting? So they're going to be pretty good. They're going to be some pretty short stories. It's going to be a shorter episode because as of the time of recording this, I have to have this uploaded in 2 days. So we'll see. I kind of changed up how I did the subtitle, so I hope everybody's vibing with that. Watch the previous episode. Hopefully it's not everybody likes it, because I'm probably going to keep doing it because it's way easier for me to edit. Anyway, I'm sorry we're dressed like this. Normally we're dressed up a little bit better. Our hair's wet. We're in our like plain clothes or whatever. You know, it is, you know, normally our attire is more formal than this, but we had a containment in one of the rooms here that we had to clean up, and so, you know, containment protocol requires we, you know, shower, change out of our clothes and stuff like that. Long story short, the people staying in one of the rooms had built an anthrax factory, and it blew up. So after we got all that cleaned up, it's all good. You know, we're safe. But yeah, so please, I hope you excuse us, you know, dressing down in this episode.
Looking like shit.
Yeah. Next episode, I promise, we'll be back to our normal attire. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into yep. So our first episode, good God, our first story, fuck me running. Sorry, busy day, very stressful. We have...
But still making time for you guys.
Isn't that right?
It's really the friends you meet along the way.
It really is. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey, you know? So here we have, I bought a sex doll, and things are starting to get weird, by Sweetly_Phoenix on the CreepCast Submissions.
And Phoenix is F-E-N-I-X.
Yes, correct. So I'm probably actually going to start uploading or posting these videos when I read these stories in this subreddit. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I saw somebody else that did that. They had posted that their story got narrated. Had done that? Sorry. I didn't finish high school. So I'm probably going to start posting these in the subreddit. I don't know if that's against the rules or if they're not going to, you know, we're kind of mooching a little bit. So I don't know if people...
We're just commentators.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't know. You know, this is for the CreepCast podcast, so I don't know if they're going to get pissed off that we're trying to steal their submissions or something. But they don't read their submissions, to be fair.
I don't know.
Anyway, so this story looks pretty good. It's kind of short. Like I said, this is going to be a short episode, so we're done talking. Skip to this point if you want to read the story.
We should have put that way long ago.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I will. Okay, so do you want to read this, or do you want me to read this? It looks like it's from the perspective of a girl.
I'll read it then.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. Sorry, her name is Daphne. It's from a guy. I'll read it.
Okay.
Her name is Daphne. I found her on a dying website, picked her because she was cheap, but I don't want her anymore. I haven't touched a woman in a long, long time. It's hard to talk. It's almost like my throat swells up around them, and nothing good can ever come out. Years passed by alone, and now I just feel unwanted. After a while, it makes you feel disgusting. I can't even try to talk to women now. I don't think there's a point anymore. That's why I bought a sex doll. I didn't need someone to argue with me. I didn't need someone to impress. I just needed a body. I knew she couldn't love me, but she couldn't reject me either. When I bought her, the skin was rubbery to the touch. She felt nothing like a woman, and it made me flinch. But it honestly didn't take long for me to find my way back inside. She was warm and so still. She had blonde rubber hair, blue rubber eyes, and a wide, gaping mouth. But it really started after my first time with her. I hadn't realized at first how long her limbs were, or how skinny she was. I knew she wasn't going to look exactly like a real woman, but Daphne was strange. I found myself in Daphne's company for days. I would fuck away my anger after work. Sorry, let me reread that one. I hadn't realized how long her limbs were. Or wait, sorry. I found myself in Daphne's company for days. I would fuck away my anger after work. I could be as rough as I wanted with her. I didn't have to please her, and I didn't have to ask. It was very different from what sexual encounters I've had.
Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely you can. I would love to hear your input.
How do I say this? Just based on the first 2 minutes of this read, it is clear why he has a hard time with women.
Why? Break that down for us.
How, like, her body is not what real women have, but
Right.
it was so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no wonder this dude hasn't gotten any in a long time.
You know what's so sad?
Oh, God. What?
This part might get cut. It's so funny that he's like, I just didn't want a woman to talk back. And here you are, a woman talking back. Sorry, I'm rage baiting. Unless, sorry.
I'm not talking back to him. I'm just saying it's very clear as to why he has a hard time with the female species.
Well, listen, clearly this is from the perspective of an incel, a man who is very lonely by self-admission, and if this doll is therapeutic and he can take his anger out on it, then so be it. It's a lot better than him, I don't know, doing this to a real girl.
That is true.
So,
I'm just saying it's very evident.
her body was so still. When I felt her rubber skin on cold nights, she reminded me of the dead. Days went by before I realized she was making noise. I think she had talked to me the entire time, from the moment I brought her inside my house. I just didn't hear her at first. It was a soft, guttural whimper. It startled me when I first heard it. I had looked for the source of the noise everywhere, but there was only Daphne. Her mouth didn't move, but every few seconds she released a strange, animalistic sound. I could have chalked that up to something about the material she was made from, or the way my body pressed against hers, but she never stopped talking. Daphne told me what the other men have done to her. She said their fingers caressed her like swarms of flies, like something that came to the dead. She told me they took pieces of her, and they ate, and they ate. But I didn't stop fucking her, and she didn't stop talking. It only got worse with time, until every time I touched her, she spoke. Daphne tells me she's a real person. I have to remind her she's not. Months went by, and I started to hit her. It wasn't a bad thing to do. Daphne is only an object. Even though she talked, she never cried. She never asked me to stop. She just whimpered and told me what the other men had done to her. I would get angry or upset sometimes. I would get angry or upset, or sometimes I just wanted her to stop talking. My knuckles bounced back from her rubber head. I could be as rough as I wanted with her. Daphne said she knew a man who got all worked up when his wife burnt the roast for the company party. Then he slipped off his skin and killed her. Is that like an expression for like lost his cool or something?
I guess. That's how I take it.
I asked her what she meant by that. Daphne told me she's a real person. I didn't stop hitting her. After a while, I just wasn't content with that. The sex wasn't enough. Neither were the beatings. Her skin yielded under my fists. Her stomach folded with my punches. Every part of her body was welcoming. No part of her could say no. I didn't want someone who could reject me, who'd I'd have to take care of in return, but maybe I wanted the warmth of live skin. Maybe I wanted someone who could cry. After a while, it just wasn't enough for me. A year passed when I began to mutilate Daphne. I told myself she wasn't a real woman. Her limbs were too long anyway. She was too thin. I cut off her long fingers first, then I took her arms. I took her legs last. When she was down to her torso, Daphne looked at me and said, "His skin separated from his body with a nauseating ripping sound. It was loose, like clothes, and dripping wet. His body twisted as he struggled to remove it, like a shedding snake." Okay, not an expression. She literally meant that. I asked her why she said that. Daphne told me, "I wonder if his wife still knew it was him, even raw, wet, and bloody. Or maybe his body wasn't important at all, and a monster could be recognized no matter what form it took." I said nothing. The next day I cut off her head. I didn't think it would stop her talking, but I need to feel it. I needed to separate her into pieces. I needed to touch her, ravish her. The things I could do to her were nothing like I've ever thought of before. The ways I could hurt her were nothing I've ever experienced. But then I reminded myself, Daphne was a doll, and it didn't hurt. With her head separated from her body, her rubber eyes stared straight ahead. I imagined her as a real woman. I thought of the warmth of her skin and of her blood. I thought of pulling stringy hair until she cried and taking her fingers one by one. Daphne's head whined from the floor and said, "I fed the one who devoured me. I cut off pieces of myself and he ate them like leftover meat from a company roast. You'd think he'd be grateful I fed him. This man ate me whole." And I told her she's not a person. That was the last time we ever talked. Her torso still lies on my couch, cold like the dead. Daphne isn't enough for me anymore. I think I'm going out tonight. Well, that's not what I wanted.
What did you want?
I wanted like a funny story about like a dude having sex with a sex doll, but then like it slowly comes to life and like eventually kills him. I didn't want a serial killer's like first step into mutilation. I mean, when you name a fucking short horror story, "I bought a sex doll and things are starting to get weird," I certainly didn't think that it was going to be like Jeffrey Dahmer cutting the pieces off of a fucking doll.
Well, because also the way that this man is describing his inner dialogue, to him it doesn't seem weird.
Right. No, you're right.
This seems very normal for him.
Yeah. If not normal, it eventually normalized the more he did it. But I don't know. I mean, you know, neat little twist at the end. Now I'm going out tonight. He's going to go kill a real woman. Like, I get it. But this is not the story. I picked this story because I thought I was going to be like, oh, he's having sex with a sex doll. And suddenly it came to life. And now it's trying to kill me. But no. I feel bad for it now.
For the sex doll?
Yeah.
Duh.
So, I'm sorry. This story did not pass the vibe check. Not to say it's not a good story. It's actually very well written, I think.
I have a controversial take.
Okay.
Do we think that it is a sex doll?
Oh, do you think it was a woman to begin with? And he was just convincing himself that it was a doll? I'm going to say that it was a doll because it seemed to be supernatural in some way. You know? Like it seemed to be like living experiences over and over again. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to assume that it is literally like a doll, and not just like a victim that he's convinced himself is not a doll. Although that would be a good different story. Like if you told this story from the same like theme, and then the twist at the end was that it actually wasn't a doll, that'd be a pretty good story too.
I don't know, because there's like a part of me that almost wonders if like this man stepped into some kind of psychosis.
Right.
And that's why, you know, he's saying things like the skin was rubbery. She felt nothing like a real woman. I mean, could he be referencing like a sex worker? Someone that maybe he...
Yeah, bought a body.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good parallel.
Didn't envision as, quote, a real woman.
Yeah.
Because they weren't like romantic or anything. I don't know.
Good story, though. I mean, now here's another good question. Do you think this was written by a woman or by a man? Because this almost feels like a woman wrote this as a critique of, like, the incel behavior.
Totally, yeah. If it was a woman, it makes sense because she knows she said the right things to make a woman uncomfortable
Right.
by reading this.
I almost feel like a man wouldn't write this.
If a man wrote it, I would be really worried that this is too close to home.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's either
Like, by how well it was written.
Yeah.
And
So
descriptive.
I guess in my head you're right. There's two ways to look at this. A woman wrote this and this is satire, like a critique on the incel brain. Or this is a dude who wrote this who thought all of this.
Yeah.
And I don't want to believe that part. So I choose to believe that Phoenix, is indeed a female. So, but regardless, if it is a dude who wrote it, it is good writing. I'm just a little scared of you, but it's well written. Like I said, I didn't expect the story to go like this, but it is still a good story.
Yeah.
I keep getting into the habit of like picking a story that I think is going to be fun and then it's just rape. This happened like 4 times now.
It has, actually, yeah.
So.
But that's what we get for not vetting anything.
Yeah, we see a title and we just read. So, but good story. I mean, I'd probably give it, what would you rate it?
I mean, maybe like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I was thinking a 7. It's well written, it's short, and it's to the point. There's no fat on the story, which I love. I hate when you're reading a story and it's just kind of like goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, straight and to the point. Good story, a solid 7. All right, so that was our first story. It Always Waits by 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗓𝗏301. Once again on the CreepCast Submissions. It Always Waits. You read this one, I'm fucked up. You got this.
Sorry, Chad, I gotta get closer. My meds are fucking with my vision. Don't clip that. Every single fucking time I forget my earphones, it knows. I walk down the 3 flights of stairs from my flat to the front door of the complex. Out the door, over the car park railing. Is this in Britain?
It is.
That's when I think music and noise canceling would be nice. I check the designated place for my earphones. They aren't there. Check legging pockets. No. Hoodie pockets. Bag. Nowhere to be found. Fuck. Today will be different, right? I can't read the stupid orangey yellow dot words and numbers on the train boards. It makes my brain wiggle. I check my phone. Train's delayed. Of course it's delayed. I've accounted for timekeeping train wizards' consistent tardiness. Still, waiting for the train takes forever. People talk loud. I will send that. Please, can we have that? Have a good cakes? No G? Until it bends into one steaming pile of word salad. Eat. No, of course. Email. Blue tie. Shoes. That's bullshit. Zone out. Try. Earphones would be nice. The thing is here, watching, but it doesn't move. Not yet. The train screeches as it pulls into the station. Packed. No seats. Bodies pressed. Someone touches me. Doesn't apologize. Skin crawls. Rage bubbles. Just one stop. Zone out. The next station is overflowing. Every person on Earth walks near this station. Costa coffee beans. Cookies from the coffee shop. Cherry ice vape. Sweat. Too much perfume. Cigarette smoke. Sorry, I'm losing it. I'm going to read that line over.
Go for it.
Costa coffee beans. Cookies from the cookie shop. Cherry ice vape. Sweat. Too much perfume. Cigarette smoke.
We just got a cherry ice vape.
We sure did. It's behind me now, itching across the station tile, scratching lines, making its way around the people. Change and charity buckets rattle. Someone shouts, "Any spare change?" Lights buzz from overhead, clacks from high heels, slaps from slip-on shoes. It disregards everyone, scraping through them, just keeps coming. Heavy floral scent slaps my face at the exit. Fresh air, finally. Beep, 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 says the green man, Move, someone behind screams. Suitcases scratch the floor, heels slam, people bump into me like I don't exist. It's so close. I catch a glimpse of its mass, swirling and swelling in the corner of my eye. Bus stop line, card reader, beep. Thank the driver. The bus hums like a distant earthquake. Children scream, giggling. Someone's phone on full volume. It's beside me. Zone out. Zone. Can't. Crunching, chewing, greasy fried fruit and cheap fruit. Girl. Crunching, chewing, greasy fried food and I can't. What's wrong with me?
Slow down, dude. It's not a race.
Crunching, chewing, greasy fried food and cheap sausage rolls waft. Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. We get it. The fucking button has been pressed. The stupid orangey yellow dots clearly say bus stopping. Stop pressing it. Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. It's ready now. It's adjusting its stance, like a cat about to pounce. Merp, merp, merp. Doors open. Run. Feet pounding on the pavement. It drags the world with it, ripping up the concrete as it chases. Its long, black, oozy fingers flick my heels. Cars honk, birds scatter, voices chatter. It swallows the ground behind me. My skin prickles, my brain twists, my insides churning. T-shirt cuffs press hard against my wrists, bag bouncing off my hip wrong. Shoes are too light. Everything is too tight. It grabs my ankle. Crying, face wet, breath short. I reach the door to my workplace. Click the intercom. Click, buzz, door open. Inside. I'm inside. It screams loud static. The air folds. It wants something from me, but I'm inside. I don't know what it wants. It will wait. Maybe it's not after me. Maybe it's a part of me. But I'm inside. It always waits.
I think you have dyslexia.
Me?
Yeah, I'm kidding. I think it's a good story. I think this is like the perfect embodiment of overstimulation.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, you get overstimulated by noise very easily.
I do.
Which is hilarious because I'm the noisiest person you know.
You are.
So, like, just reading all of this, I'm like, this is you walking around the city.
Yeah.
Like, you're so, like, into your headphones, too.
And I always want my headphones.
Like,
yep.
if you leave your headphones at home and you have to walk a block in the city, I imagine this is everything that's going through your mind.
Yeah, I just fucking hate everything and everyone.
Yeah. It honestly almost feels like what a panic attack is. Like, if it was going to personify a panic attack looming and, like, just more and more shit is, like, overstimulating you, you just have, like, this presence of, like, a panic attack sneaking up on you.
That's fair. I feel like in panic attacks also, like, kind of how this was written, you don't really think in full sentences.
It's just, like, spurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, just adrenaline's pumping. Yeah, I thought that was a good story. I really liked it, actually.
Sorry, chat. It was kind of hard to read.
Yeah, not that the reader wrote it bad. She's having a tough time right now. She got bad eyes. Bad eyes.
I do have bad eyes.
But that was a good story. I'd give
Question of the day. Has anyone ever taken medication that blurs your vision?
Yeah, prescribed or not prescribed?
Just for the record, mine was prescribed.
Yeah, hers was prescribed, but not by a doctor.
Yes, by a doctor. It cost me $10.
Neat. Cool, dude.
I'm just saying, I bought it from
a drug dealer.
Pharmacist.
Yeah, I'd get this like an 8.5. I really like this. Like the whole time, like you were reading it, like I'm just envisioning like almost like a short like YouTube video of just like a person walking, but it's just like a shit ton of noise is happening and the whole thing is just super disorienting.
Yeah,
like,
but that person has a stone cold face the entire time, zero reaction.
Yeah, like they're just looking down, not even really taking in what's around them, but they're just feeling all of it, like hitting them. I definitely, I could put myself in the shoes of this person for sure.
Yeah.
This is a good story. I really like this. And another one of those stories that's just really short and to the point. It's not really scary, but it's very visceral.
Yeah.
Very visceral. All right. And then our last story today, we're going to change up the tune a little bit. We're going over to Am I Overreacting? This one should be pretty fun. Maybe we'll have some opinions on it. This is from Fantastic_Truth2164. He's been pursuing me, then sent me a spreadsheet asking to be reimbursed for our dates? Am I overreacting? So we've got some screenshots here that I'll put in the video, but we're going to read the meat of the story first. Hi everyone, I, female 23, have been dating this guy, male 32. Already have a problem with that.
What, the 9-year difference?
Yes.
Why?
You're dating a dude who's 32 needs to be reimbursed for a date?
Well, okay. Not without the context. Just a 23 and a 32. I'm not mad at that. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, if this
Just
was
the
like,
general idea.
I'll say this. If these two people were like 19 and like 20, or like 18 and 19, then as a guy, I'm like, all right, cut the dude a break.
No.
All right, never mind. For a little over a month, he was very persistent in pursuing me, constantly texting, making plans, asking me to go on runs, bike rides, and beach days. We live in Florida. And inviting me to dinner, bars, and even paying for Ubers to and from his place. We were hanging out at least 4 times a week. Everything felt like it was going somewhere. He'd been slowly building things up and even waited weeks to finally kiss me. Then, out of nowhere, he sends me a literal Excel spreadsheet with a breakdown of dates, how much he spent, and a column with my name asking me to reimburse him. I'm attaching it because I truly can't believe it. It felt transactional and weirdly formal, especially since he was the one initiating nearly all the plans. What's even more confusing, after sending this, he still insists on seeing me and continuing to date. Like, you want to invoice me and kiss me? And for context, I've picked up the tab quite a few times, dinner, drinks, etc., without making a thing of it. I've never asked him to pay me back or keep score. I thought we were just getting to know each other and splitting things organically like adults, especially since he's about 10 years older than I am. So am I overreacting or underreacting? I can't tell if this is just him being organized or if it's a huge red flag. All right, so that's the meat. Let's get into the actual text messages. Hate to ask, but can you Venmo or Zelle me some money for the last few weeks? I know you got me some stuff, which I'm appreciative of, and definitely happy to cover most things like our date night and drinks and stuff, but you never paid me for the first round of stuff from a few weeks ago, and money's a little tight for me, and a source of stress right now with working 2 jobs, etc. See if we can zoom in on the Excel sheet here. Oh, wow. Okay. So, I'm assuming these are bars. Bar tabs. The first 4 look like bar tabs. And then an Uber. Google. Another bar, I guess. Yeah, they went to a cigar shop. More bars.
Movies.
More
Another
cigars.
cigar shop.
Saigon Blonde. I guess that's a bar, or maybe that's a shampoo or something. Glamper. I don't know. It looks like cigarettes. Yeah, it looks like a literal itemized list of every interaction they've had, which is super weird that you guys are just going out to bars and smoking cigars. Like, none of these look like they're nice restaurants.
No, and also I'm trying to figure out what these are. I know that they're blurred, and one of them says her name, but I'm trying to figure out what that third column would be.
This one? Or do you mean this?
Like one of the blurred is clearly hers, her name, right?
Yeah.
But then what would the other one be? And which one is the one with her name?
I don't know. One of these is his name probably, and one of these is her name.
The total comes to $359.95 on one and $249.31 on the other.
So So I'm guessing one of these is her bill and one of these is his bill.
Sure. So $100 difference.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. Here's my thing. First of all, this is just some guy advice. Don't spend money you don't have.
That's not guy advice. That's life advice, too.
Well, that's true. But, like, if you're a dude and you want to take a girl out and you know you cannot afford to take them out on a date, you have to do one of two things. One, tell them before the date, hey, is it cool if you cover yourself? I really want to hang out with you, but money is tight for me. But I like you a lot. Yeah. Do that first so she knows, okay, I'm going to get my own bill. And also he's expressing interest still. Mm-hmm. Either do that or, as the dude, plan dates that don't cost any money.
Sure. Or minimal money. Like some of these transactions, $89.
Yeah, one of them was $10. They spent $10 in all, which it looks like he's taking the bill and then just dividing it in half.
Right.
So if they went out and drank and she, I don't know, maybe got a martini, but he got like 2 fucking beer pitchers, he probably spent $15 and she spent $5. But he's still dividing it in half. Which, if he has the exact amount, that means he has the itemized receipt, which means he knows what he got and what she got.
Right.
So if he really wanted to be analytical, he could be literally like, hey, you bought 3 margaritas, this is how much it was for you. And then, but no, he's divided everything in half equally all the way down the board.
Yeah. There's $76, $89, $53, $60, $70 again, you know, like.
And that's fishy to me.
I wonder where they live.
She said Florida. Which Florida's not a super expensive place to live, but also if you're eating or going out to bars and shit every night, like, yeah, that's gonna, I mean, some of these are like 2 days in a row, like 14th, 13th, 13th, like they're spending a lot of money.
I was gonna say, there's definitely,
every day,
to your point, things that they could do that's not that expensive.
Yeah, if you're a broke dude, tell them straight up, hey, I'm cool with going to a bar and hanging out, but I can't really afford to cover all your drinks. Can you cover your drinks? And,
yeah.
If they're like, no, I can't either, I'm broke, then you go, okay, that's cool. Let's go do something cheap then. You can go to the park.
Go to the beach.
She was talking, they like to bike ride and shit like that.
Yeah.
Most mountain trails are free. You don't have to pay to go to any parks. So there, as a dude, there's a way to go on dates and not break the bank. So there's that. But also, dude, if you're overspending, you can't put that on them.
Totally.
Like, I get you want to be the dude and you want to pay for everything. But that sentiment is immediately removed when you come back with an itemized receipt a month later. Like,
and not just one.
Yeah.
But there's
a ton.
Almost 30.
So that's just the first slide. There's more. Sure. Okay, I think $100 is fair unless you have any objections. Are you charging me for in-between days? I'm charging you $100 for the $500 of stuff I've covered since we've started hanging. You never paid me the last time I asked for some money. All right, maybe we shouldn't go out as much. Lol, I can't help. All right, yeah, you lost it. Lol, I can't tell if your butt hurt. I'm asking for $100. Yeah, using the word butt hurt is not going to get you anywhere. Yeah, I do like the green. Sheesh. Did you get my Venmo? I did. Thank you very much. Coincidentally, so-and-so texted me today saying he was owed money too. I paid him the $90 you owed him from a while back. I was hoping you could reimburse me for that eventually. Oh, sure. Sending now. I appreciate it very much. How was work and dinner with Liv? That's crazy. First of all, don't pay off other people's debts. Like, if she owes that person $90, don't you give them $90.
Yeah. What?
They've
only been dating for a month, apparently.
It sounds like they know each other through a friend group, though, at least.
Okay.
Like, they have mutual friends in common. I don't know. I feel like... I think the pursuing part is irrelevant. Even if he was pursuing you for dates, I think the way he did this makes him an asshole. I know this isn't Am I the Asshole? But, like, if you're being very, like, genuine, like, hey, I'm actually struggling with money. Could you pay me back? I know it's just $100, but I actually do really need it. But he was like, dude, it's $100. What are you, butthurt?
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
Lol.
it's like if it's $100, dude, it seems to be like the difference between you being homeless or not.
Right.
So like, don't act like it's not a big deal.
And the way he said it too, he said, I'm charging you 100 for the 500 I've spent.
Yeah.
Especially if he's the one initiating everything. He kind of, this wasn't, it wasn't like this just got sprung on him. Like, it's been a month of things piling up and he still continued to take her out on expensive dates.
Yeah. Which, you know, I'll be honest, $500 is a lot of money to spend
In a month.
on
dates.
Not just in a month, but like on dates and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So you're right. He clearly has a money spending problem, and then when it comes time to pay the fucking bills, suddenly he needs her to pay him back.
And I don't want this to turn into like two things. One, well, a man is never gonna like admit that he's struggling with money, especially when he's like, 10 years older. That's on him. This is like 2025 here. Like, he doesn't have to say like, I'm fucking broke, but he could say like, hey, like, maybe I got a lot of bills to pay this month. I enjoyed hanging out with you so much that things just kind of got the best of me. Like, there was a better way to word all of that.
Exactly right.
But also, I'm not on the like argument that the guy should pay for every single thing. Like, clearly she was also trying to pitch in.
Yeah.
But a lot of times dudes will like make it, like, they will make it a point to do it because they feel like that's like the thing to do.
I mean, it's an ego thing. I get that. Like,
You just don't have to. You know?
yeah. And
Like, I think it's a nice gesture, especially when you're first starting to date.
for sure.
But $500 in 30 days, that's, I don't know. I think he could have been way nicer to her about it.
Way nicer to her, but also like he's irresponsibly spending the money,
Yes.
you know? So, and also there's a thing to be said of like, if you're always going to spend money, if you like seriously are considering like entering a relationship with this other person, you want to kind of like, I don't want to call it a test, but you kind of want to like, there's going to come a point where you're going to have to like stop paying for everything and see if they are willing to put in the money to hang out with you as well, you know? So like if you're a dude, there's a good chance that she's just like, oh, free drinks and attention, I have no plans on actually like fucking this guy or like being his girlfriend, but we'll see how long this goes. So like as a guy, there's a part where you kind of want to wean off paying for everything to see if they fill in that gap. Like they'll still make the extra effort in order to go on a date with you.
Sure. But this also, like, it evolves, right? Like, let's say this was the person that he was going to marry.
Mm-hmm.
Then their finances will eventually bleed into each other's anyways.
Right.
You know? And also, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in fantasy land, but, like, what is the price to pay for true love?
Right.
$100?
No, I agree.
Come on, bro.
Well, not only is it like
in that context, like, I don't know. I feel like I would be more on the dude's side if he just didn't do it this way.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting the woman to pay for at least her share.
Yeah.
At some point. But then asking for the money you've already spent on them back is like fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So,
with the Excel spreadsheet.
well, the
Let's
Excel,
not forget about that.
I mean, the Excel spreadsheet, I mean, would it have been better if it was just in the Notes app of his fucking iPhone? Like, who gives a shit if it's Excel? The fact that he's doing it is psychotic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you're overreacting. I think it's a red flag for sure. I'm not going to say this like ditch him. I know like a lot of Reddit comments, like as soon as there's like a hiccup in any relationship, the Reddit's just like, divorce them, get a lawyer.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's worth breaking up over, but maybe going forward, just have him communicate more. But if he's going to be immature about it like he is through text, then maybe you shouldn't continue things.
Yeah.
But that's all I've got, dude. What do you think?
You're not overreacting, girlfriend?
No, definitely not overreacting. See, that's something that I thought too, like, first reading this, like, maybe he's just, like, really autistic. and he's got like bad OCD. But if that was the case, I don't think he would have waited a month. Like if he was autistic or like OCD about this, like if he just had like a weird tick, he would probably bring it up after every date. Like, hey, and by the way, I spent this much money and then you spent this much money. Is it okay if you pay me back since I covered for you? Which if that's the case, like, okay. I mean, that makes it a little bit easier because at least he's just being a retard. Sorry, being autistic.
I also think that if that were true, it would have been handled a lot differently.
Yeah,
in the
I
wording.
agree. Yeah, having read it, it's not that, but that was a prediction I had going into it. Well, all right, dude. I think we're at, hopefully we're not at, we're at 40 minutes. Okay, so pretty good episode. Let's try to keep it under 30, but here we are. 2 pretty decent stories. Thank you once again to the CreepCast Submissions for letting us read them. I didn't ask anybody's permission, so I'm fucking sorry. I don't know if people are going to get mad at me for that or not. Thank you to our 22 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get some more subscribers eventually. And we'll see you next week on Delves In.
Bye.
Here, Wave.
That's why I got a heater for your thighs. And I know it's not your time. But bye-bye.